So, how do you get a guy to respect you? Why do men never take you seriously? I noticed that a lot of women, they keep running into relationships that they're not taking seriously, and they actually wonder, why do men never take me seriously? So, the first reason is that you open up way too fast and way too often. All right. The less you say, the more people will respect you, and the fewer mistake you make in life. Humans love interpreting things, and when faced with ambiguity, they will try to fill in the gaps, right? But when you consistently always telling everything about yourself, not leaving any mystery, telling them about your dark past, telling them about your past, and you being extremely open about it, humans have this tendency that they cannot help but judge you. You know what I'm saying? Don't tell the guy how many guys you really were with. They say you sucked 20 dick in one day. Don't tell him that. You don't need to be that open. You know what I'm saying? If you tell him that, he may act like he doesn't care, but in reality, he'll judge you. He will judge you, and he will categorize you in a certain way. You can say that you're talking to guys, but you don't have to say you're fucking them. You know what I'm saying? So that's the first thing, is that you open up too fast about what you want and about your past, and you do it too often with people who don't even deserve to know. You know, and also realize that people judge you. Like I said, they will judge you even though they don't want to. Now, the second thing is that you have no boundaries, right? It's kind of crazy, man. The shit that a lot of girls let guys do to them, you know. And so you have to have boundaries. You have to have things that you clearly wrote down, things that you will and will not accept from men, no matter who they are. Like clear things you will and will not accept from men, so that when they cross it, you don't react based on how much you like them. You react based on the policy that you have for yourself. It's kind of like being a manager and having a policy. If you're late 3 times, you're fired. It could be your friend, but if your friend is late 3 times, you'd be like, look, homie, you're my homie, but you know the policy, I gotta fire you. And your boy be like, you know what? Fuck it, I feel you, man. My bad, man. Yeah, you gotta fire me. Based on policy. Have things that you will and will not accept from people. And so when somebody crosses those boundaries, you have a clear policy and a procedure of what would happen. You're not basing your decision on what to do based on how you feel. Because sometimes somebody hurts you, that hurt could sometimes want to be relieved through their validation. You're gonna say, if somebody cheats on me, I would do this no matter what. In the long run, you're gonna win out. In the short term, you might lose out, but it doesn't matter the short term. Long term is better than the short term. Second, you please people too much. You try to please people too much. Niceness out of the need to impress and gain trust comes from weakness. People will sense that and will take you for granted. They will lie to you and deceive you because it's just too easy. It's an easy victory. Humans naturally are always sensing for weakness, and they are more prone to attack those who give up those signs, right? So if you're someone who believes that being nice to people gains their attention, you're gonna get fucked over in your life eventually, you know. And also in your relationships, if you believe that in order to get the guy, you gotta be nice to him, you're gonna encounter a lot of problem. The next thing, you are emotionally dependent on men for attention. So being emotionally dependent causes you to lose your freedom. You must show people that you don't need them. You make them feel that you have more than you appear to have. That if they lose you, you're gonna be okay. This will make them reassess things. Heck, even the feeling that you're gonna dump them will make them respect you more. You know, so them understanding that you do like them, but that you are willing to back off at any second, causes people to respect you more. So how do you do this? First of all, have your emotions in check. Learn how to become more present in the moment. Practice meditation, practice yoga, go to the sauna, remove stress. All of those things are important to remove emotional dependence. But the next thing is that you want to tell them, for example, tell them stories about how you one day woke up, one day you love someone, and the next day you stop loving them. Like, give them stories of times when you loved someone and then you completely backed off because they turned you off. Or better yet, you just woke up and you stopped loving them. If they believe that you did that in the past, they're gonna think that you could do that again. They're gonna say, just because you're acting this way doesn't mean you're gonna act like that the next day, you know? Now, so that's one thing, is that you become emotionally dependent on people. And so when you become emotionally dependent on people, they know you're never gonna leave. So they'll fuck with you because they know you depend on them. And even worse, you depend on them financially also. And sometimes It's never your fault, but sometimes because of our ignorance of power dynamics, we put ourselves in those positions. And so you gotta learn how to take yourself out of that position. And for those who wanna know how to do that, my course, the Psychological Game of Attraction, I'll talk about people who are manipulators and how to avoid manipulation, how to counter manipulation. Right. The next thing that white men lose respect for you is that you make threats and you never follow through. It's kind of like the parent who always says they're gonna they always say I'm gonna whoop your ass and they never do. Or they always say they're gonna punish you and they never punish you, and so you lose respect. You as a woman, if you're consistently breaking up with the guy and then coming back, consistently telling him get away from me, and you're the one that comes back to them, guys are gonna lose respect for you because they know they have you. You're like a puppet to them. You're an easy target. You're easy to control. Right? And so what you have to do is, if you're in that situation, unfortunately, you need to leave them completely. You're gonna be recreating those patterns for the rest of your life, and you're gonna see that as a normal occurrence. Having a toxic relationship is gonna be a normal thing, right? And last thing, you are impatient. Impatience is the biggest cause of failure. Impatience is the biggest cause of why women become needy. They want the relationship right now. And men can sense when you're impatient. What you have to do is relax. What you have to do is think long term. Realize that in 2 years, that 2 years from now, in 2 years, you're gonna meet a lot of guys. Having the belief that he is the only good guy in the world, he is the only special guy that you can connect with, causes you to narrow the scope of your vision. You only think that this is only going to happen once. But when you realize that life is long, maybe you're 40, life is long also at that point, you realize that you're going to meet people. 2 years from now, you're going to meet like 10 other guys, right? And so by giving yourself more perspective, by realizing that there is such thing as a future, right? And that you can sacrifice this moment for developing the virtue of patience, it helps you relax. Impatience happens because you believe that this will never happen again. You believe that you're never going to get another opportunity. But when you realize how life is, the nature of life, you realize that is that burning? No. You realize that you're going to meet other guys. And that just because he's amazing doesn't mean that somebody else is not amazing. There's different templates in men. He might be amazing in his own way, but then you meet me and I'm amazing in my own way. You meet somebody else and they're amazing in their own way. There are amazing people. Don't let your brain fool you. And that's normal because your brain, when you love someone, your brain does that. But realize that there are amazing people out there in the world. That it's just not one template. And that you will meet people. Eventually, you will meet people. And if you believe you won't, then guess what? That means you don't have a plan. Write out a plan of how you're going to meet people. And as a woman, it's a lot easier to meet men than men meeting women, right? So that's the biggest cause, is impatience. And also, you want to rush things. You're seeing your friends in relationships and you want to get to that relationship. You need to calm the fuck down. You know what I'm saying? Relax. Become more present in the moment. Learn how to redirect your impatience, learn how to redirect your impatience, then externalizing it, because I bit my tongue. Because it's a healthier way to deal with these kind of things. You feel me? Anyway, this is Alex from mindfulattraction.org. Bye-bye.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys ever want to learn how to use your feminine energy to influence people, learn how to use your masculine energy to become more assertive, and also learn how to blend both energies to improve your dating life, your spiritual life, honestly, your relationship life, your family life, your career life, this is the course for you. If I had to make a course for my nieces, I have two nieces, one is 19 and one is 15. 16. Holy shit. Oh my God, he's a bad fucking uncle. He's a bad uncle. Get him. Shut up, Melissa. You should get this course, right? And this is the course that I will make for them. So, for example, watch the curriculum, right? In the first week, we're going to be showing you how to establish a strong masculine foundation without letting it hurt your feminine energy. This masculine foundation is a source of who you are, right? It's your bodyguard. Without this, whatever feminine energy you create will be destroyed by the outside, because your masculine is your shield. So we'll talk about goal setting. We'll talk about how to develop a serious attitude. We're going to be talking about how to use more logic, how to use more goal-oriented behavior. It's more how to be a man. Now the next one is how to embrace the feminine energy, right? This one will teach you about how to minimize excessive masculine traits, developing self-awareness, healing abundant feminine energy, regulating your emotion, mastering voice qualities and facial expressions, surrendering control, and allowing pain to be felt. This is honestly, this will supercharge, like Kaioken, your masculine energy. After that, we have femininity in the workplace and how to be feminine in the workplace without letting people take advantage of you, and the nuances of how women on power should behave versus women who are subordinates in the workplace, and even the dress code. This is based on psychology, people. It's kind of insane. I'm actually excited about this one. The next week, we talk about navigating the labyrinth of male and female friendship. And this, a lot of women find confusing, so we talk about that. And how to identify envious friends, how to identify the good friends, how to keep male friends, and how to keep female friends. Week 5, we talk about how to release the burden of the past and stop and destroy mental projections. This is actually really powerful. And then week 6, we talk about how to increase your observational power so that you can read people better. And we have a bunch of bonuses. The course starts at $99, and you guys can pre-order the course today at $69 before it goes out. If you're watching this, most likely I'm in the meditation retreat, so most likely I will be praying for all of you guys. And just click on the description down below of the video. Right there, you'll see it, and you could pre-order that course. It's gonna be out by the end of next month or the beginning of February of March. One of the two, people, because I have a 10-day retreat to do, and I want to finish the course after the retreat, because I think the ideas are gonna be so much better. All right, man. I'll see you guys later. Pre-order, man. Oh, I'm closing the channel.